extra slip. So let's hope we see more of the same.
Must be bees or something on the field. So Faf du Plessis dropped. Everybody drops. So it's a swarm of bees across the ground. Never a pleasant sensation when that happens.
Definitely a fun opportunity.
I hope no one's allergic.
Maybe it's the pink. Maybe it's the colour that's attracted them.
Well, something happened. Something has. That came out of nowhere. Still a few of them buzzing around. The slips are comfortable. They back up on their feet. But Chris Morris, mid-off and mid-on. Prostate on the ground. Oh, it's still there. Buzzing around. Adrian Burrell, South African assistant coach. He's used to working with bees, so maybe we need to get him out there. So Abby de Villiers, he won the toss earlier this morning, decided to bowl first. So from South Africa's point of view, so far things going according to plan. Sri Lanka initially got off to a good start. Two openers, Dikwela and Taranga, did a good job, but since then they've lost wickets at regular intervals. So this is what's happened just before when those bees came over.
De Villiers was the first man down, and that triggered a somewhat humorous reaction from the rest of the team, the Sri Lankans and the umpires. Well, certainly this day has ever all.
It's brought him a lot of success. Premeditated, picked the right one to the wrong one to sweep. It was a quicker one, and it was right up there in the block hole.
The surprises come around the wicket. It does sort of take leg LBW out of the equation to last.
Another problem with the bees. They might have to go off for a bit to try and sort this out. I don't think this is working out too well. I'm not sure how they would remove a swarm of bees that are refusing to go. That's how it started. Faf du Plessis down there at second slip. And since then, the bees have been floating around in the arena. So a real problem for the umpires to keep the game going. Problem for everyone, in fact.
Hayden Holstock's on the ground. I think he's trying to players keep going. Finally seeing the music side of it.
Well, this is disconcerting from players' point of view. That all the bees buzzing around that Quinton de Kock helmet. You wouldn't want to get that one on in a hurry.
I reckon it's the colour of the helmet they're attracted to.
Yeah, I think this is a sensible decision. It looks like the players are going to go off for a while to try and get this situation under control. The umpires are just conferring there. Maybe they'll take a drinks break in the meantime. But this is not helping. So, South Africa, they won the toss earlier today.
The crowd have been buzzing because of this. This is Quinton de Kock's keeping helmet that he had just behind him. Have a look at this. Clearly they're excited about the Protea.
There's plenty of play out there.
Just, who's going to fix this? That's the problem. Someone's going to, well, mind you, Quinton de Kock's got the gloves on. Let's bring some reinforcements out, shall we? So this has been holding up play for some time, unfortunately. At the moment, 117 for 4. is the score, and we're just going to pause play at the moment.
Have to be able to work him into gaps. Sri Lanka digging a hole for themselves because they're not playing the spinners proper.
Yes, let me just clarify what I was saying. I mean the seamers. Tahir has been sensational, has been brilliant. The seamers, I find there's a question mark, there's inconsistencies there, and yes, there's still some time to work before the Champions Trophy. It's AB de Villiers. He can do most things, AB de Villiers. Oh, that hasn't worked, clearly. Quinton de Kock's pretty keen to try and get himself. Oh, he's got it, he's grabbed it. Penny's got it. Yeah, Flowers here might be doing that to make sure that don't put it in, whatever you do, Quinton. Quinton de Kock in his peak helmet.
He's built on honey. Some honey spilled on that helmet.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too keen to do to get that to go to the change room either right now. Oh, there we go. There's a bit of ducking and diving. Wayne Parnell. Rui Marks to the rescue. Just had a quick look there of Chris Scott. Now, Chris Scott is the groundsman. He's the assistant groundsman now. BB. Bethel Buthelezi is the man who's the groundsman at the Wanderers now, the head groundsman. But this is Chris Scott's last international game. He's been at this ground as the head groundsman. It changed this year, but he was the head groundsman up until the start of the season for 45 years. It's his last international game. He's going to see the rest of the season out, but 45 years of that job. Well done, Chris Scott. One of the best in the world, without doubts. But here's his biggest test.
45 years, but has he done this before? Has he had such a challenge on the cricket field before? No, he's given up quick.
No, that's
oh,
it.
Jeez.
No.
That was a poor effort.
No last hurrah from Chris Scott. No, he's not looking impressed. He thinks to himself, well, why should I get stung by about 1,000 bees on my last day on the job of international cricket? He's a good judge. An outstanding groundsman.
Now he's got plan B.
He's working with purpose, isn't he? He's off he goes. Wonder what this is. That'll be interesting to see what's going on as well. Oh.
The little poke outside off stump, not working.
No. Right, here we go. If in doubt, go for the old fire extinguisher. That, I would imagine, is not going to make the bees too happy.
And whose idea is that? Chris Morris. But he doesn't want to give it a spray, though. He's just come up with the idea.
There we go. BB's got one as well. Bethel Buthelezi. Oh, there's a... here we go. Here we go. This is it. Yep. Righto, Bethel. This is your ground now. Oh, here we go. It's your ground, big fella. Take care of the bees. I hope you can sprint nice and fast, BB. We'll get a slow-mo on this as well, I reckon. We might need it. Here we go, BB. Oh, goodness gracious me.
Now run for your life.
Way you go, way you go. That's it. Turn. Turn and sprint. Quick, BB. He's not called BB for nothing.
I guess sprinting is the last thing he'll do.
He's extinguished. Right on, Bethel Buthelezi. Good work for the head groundsman, we think.
Well, that's got the crowd on their feet. A lot of smiles. They're alive again.
Thank goodness they didn't listen to the guy on the left. Rui Marks, their floor manager.
Usually he knows everything.
Yeah, Skid's pretty good with most things.
Well, they're not convinced that all the bees have been packed off.
And if they can play to one side of the park, what do you think? Have a one half game. Here we go. This extinguisher is now working. I think the sensible thing might be to try and get off the park for a bit and see if we can get. Oh, here we go. Here's problems. What could possibly go wrong? Great characters of South African sport is remarks as well known all around the sporting codes in South Africa.
So he's made himself useful. Good old Rui.
So the players were actually coming off, but between Rui and BB it looks like things might be reasonably sorted. I think the grass might be dead for about... Wow, what a day that was. That was sensational from A.B. de Villiers, and the most remarkable thing is that he thought he'd get about 30 not outs. Anyway, here's the update. And the Bees seem to be have captured. And hopefully we're not too far away from things getting underway here. There's the Bees in their rectangle container that's clearly full of honey. So they're buzzing, those bees. Chris Morris is on the sidelines. Just getting an opportunity to check out that bucket. Chris Scott's bucket that he's had for not 45 years, but there's still a few bees around that one. So clearly we're going to have to just wait a little bit more time. Please stay with us because...
Because I went into the field and there was a whole cheer on the field. It's like, what the hell's going on? Yeah, I know. I saw you take off your cap. Is that your 15 minutes? Yeah, that's about 15 minutes. That was so much better. Well done. Well done. Thank you.